Welcome, and let us solve this equation together. What is the sum of all the real roots of log to base 3 of 5 minus 3 power x plus x is equal to 0? So the first thing we're going to do is make sure that every term in this equation is in terms of logs. So we can write x and 0 as logs. So to do that, let us first of all write this equation as log to base 3 of 5 minus 3 power x plus x times 1 is equal to 0. So now we can write this one in terms of logs. So remember that 1 is the same as log to base a of a. That is according to the laws of logarithms. When the base and the number are the same, then that log is equal to 1. So our equation will now be log base 3 of 5 minus 3 power x plus x times 1, and 1 in this case is just log to base 3 of 3 is equal to 0. Again, we can write 0 as a log. Remember that 0 is log of 1. We can write that as log to base 3 of 1. So that our new equation is log to base 3 of 5 minus 3 power x plus log, that is x log, let me write that clearly, that is x log base 3 of 3 is equal to log to base 3 of 1. Now we can rewrite this portion using another law of logs, and that is if you have n log to base a of b, you can write that as log to base a of b raised to power n. So it means our new equation is log to base 3 of 5 minus 3 power x plus log to base 3 of 3 power x is equal to log to base 3 of 1. So we can now combine the left-hand side of this equation using the first law of logarithms, which says that if you have log to base a of b plus log to base a of c, then that is the same as log to base a of b times c. So let us apply that and write our equation. So our equation will be log to base 3, and let's have a big bracket of 5 minus 3 power x times 3 power x, then that is equal to log to base 3 of 1. Now if you can see, log to base 3 of this number is the same as log to base 3 of that number. So it means the two numbers are the same. So we are allowed to say that 5 minus 3 power x times 3 power x is equal to 1. So at this point, we can let that common factor be equal to another letter. So the common factor I'm talking about is 3 power x. So we can say let 3 power x be represented by y. So that our equation is now 5 minus y into y is equal to 1. So if we open up these, we're going to have 5y minus y squared is equal to 1. So this is a quadratic equation. We can rewrite it like this. We have minus y squared plus 5y. Then we bring 1 to the left, it becomes minus 1 is equal to 0. So we can make a positive by dividing through by negative 1, so that we have y squared minus 5y plus 1 is equal to 0. So this is a quadratic equation. We can use any method to solve. So let us use the quadratic formula. So according to the quadratic formula, this will be minus b plus or minus the root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So let's go ahead and identify A, B, and C. So A is 1, B is minus 5, and C is also 1. So the next thing is just to make the substitutions. So Y is minus B, and B is minus 5, plus or minus the root of B squared, and B is minus 5, minus 4 times A times C. And this is over 2 times A, which is 1. So let us now simplify this. So we're going to have, that is minus times minus is plus. So plus or minus the root of negative 5 squared is 25, minus 4 times 1, that is just 4. And that is over 2 times 1, which is just 2. So what we have here is equal to 5 plus or minus the root of 25 minus 4 is 21. So over 2. So there are two values of y. When we take the positive one, we want to have y is equal to 5 plus root of 21 over 2. And if we take the negative one, then y is going to be 5 minus root of 21 over 2. So let us take these cases at a time. So if we take the first one, remember we said that 3 power x was equal to y. So for the first case, when y is 5 minus 5 plus 21 over 2, we can introduce logs. So we say log, remember we're dealing with log to base 3. So we can say log to base 3 of 3 power x is equal to log to base 3 of 5 plus root of 21 over 2. So according to the laws of logarithms, we can write the left hand side differently. Remember when the log, not when the log, remember n log to base a of b is the same as log to base a of b power n. So it means the left hand side will be x log to base 3 of 3 is now equal to log to base 3 of 5 plus root 21 over 2. So again, according to the laws of logarithms, when the base and the number are the same, that log is 1. So it means this portion here is equal to 1. So it means you have x is equal to log to base 3 of 5 plus root of 21 over 2 as our first value of x. Then we can take case 2 where y was 5 minus root of 21 over 2. So that 3 power x is the same as 5 minus root of 21 over 2. So again, we can introduce logs to base 3 on both sides. So that we have log to base 3 of 3 power x is equal to log to base 3 of 5 minus root of 21 over 2. So if that is the case, then again we can apply the laws of logarithms on the left hand side, so that we have x log to base 3 of 3 is equal to log to base 3 of 5 minus root of 21 over 2. So remember, this is the same as 1 because the base and the number are the same. That means you have x is equal to log to base 3 of 5 minus root of 21 over 2. So those are the two values of x. But remember, the equation required us to obtain the sum of the real roots. And the two values of x are real roots because both of them are not less than 0. So the sum of these two roots that the equation requires, the sum, we just take the first x that we obtained, we add to the second x. And remember, the first x was log to base 3 of 5 minus, not minus, but plus root of 21 over 2. and now plus the second one, this one here, which is log 2 base 3 of 5 minus root of 21 over 2. So we can apply the first law of logarithms to simplify this. Remember, the first law of logarithms says that if you have log 2 base a of b plus log 2 base a of c, that is the same as log 2 base a of bc. So let us apply that here, so that we're going to have log 2 base 3 of the product of the two, that is 5 plus root of 21 over 2 times 5 minus root of 21 over 2, and close the bracket. So this is the same as log 2 base 3 of 5 plus root of 21 times 5 minus root of 21, then 2 times 2 is just 4. So that is what we have. So in the numerator, it's like you're multiplying a third by its conjugate. So that will be log 2 base 3 of 5 squared minus root of 21 squared over 4. So if we simplify the numerator, we're going to have this as log 2 base 3 of 25 minus 21 over 4. And 25 minus 21 is 4. So we have log 2 base 3 of 4 over 4, which is the same as log 2 base 3 of 1. And remember, my log of 1 is the same as 0. Thank you for watching. Kindly subscribe.